Let's talk about the excruciating trials and the warfare, because that's what a lot of you are dealing with right now. So every believer has trials and warfare. And the trial and the warfare can actually kind of feel the same. And the first thing you have to do is you really have to discern, is this a trial or is this warfare? And the reason that's difficult is because there's warfare in the trial, and the warfare itself kind of is a trial. And so you have to sort of discern it, though. Is this something that I brought on myself because of a decision that I made? That's not really warfare. That's a trial. You see Ellen DeGeneres, she's going through a trial. I'm not endorsing her. I'm just bringing this as an example. She's going through a trial. The entire staff, most of the staff of her TV show says she's not nice at all. She's nasty. She built this like multi-million-dollar brand on being kind. And then the truth comes out that she's very mean. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. The reality is it's a trial. So is that warfare? Is it a setup? Is it people coming against her because they're jealous? Or is that because of a decision that she made? Right? And every time we go through a trial, we have to look and say, or is this just warfare? What I've been dealing with this week with the witchcraft, that's not a trial. I wrote a best-selling book that exposed the false prophets, and they're mad as hell, amen? And they're releasing all kind of witchcraft at me. And Jesus stopped praying somewhere along the line. No, he didn't, but it felt like he did. I'm like, pray, Jesus, pray. Wake up. That's how David did, man. David, if you read the Psalms, he said, Lord, rouse yourself, which basically means wake up. Lord, how long will you let me suffer at the hand of these fools? Lord, how long will you allow them to chase me around the wilderness? That's what I was like to say, Lord. Habasha. 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, some of y'all got a religious spirit on you. It's just bigger than Texas. 1 Peter 4:12. I can tell, man. You're like, did she say Jesus stopped praying? 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery ordeal that is taking place among you to test you, as though some strange thing happened to you. That's how we are. Man, the trials, man, sometimes the warfare, man, it just comes right up out of nowhere. You're just having a nice day, and all of a sudden, we're like a freight train. And Peter's saying, don't be surprised. I'm usually surprised when the trial comes because I'm going along, having a nice time. I don't see it. The warfare, I'm not usually as surprised about. I'm more braced for that. But the trials, man, you can't tell me Job was not shocked when the messenger started coming saying your kids are dead, your cattle's dead, oh, your barns are blown up. He was surprised. He was not expecting it. We are less likely to expect a trial than to expect warfare. And yet Peter says, don't think it's strange. Don't be surprised. How many of you are going through a trial right now? The rest of you are dismissed. If you're not going through one right now, you will be soon. You don't like that. I don't like it either. But here Jesus said in John 16:33, in the world you will have tribulation. It's going to happen. Sooner or later, we're going to go through it. Sooner or later, it's going to happen. And you've probably been through many trials in the past, so you know this. But then he said this, be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. And Jesus, he even told us that the warfare is going to come at an opportune time. When it seems like a good time for the devil to attack, that's when he's going to strike the hardest, when we are not spiritually alert.